protect this house? Will you protect this house? I will. We must protect this house.
ESG football skill and players on a whole other level that will create the biggest separation of not only just user skills but communication and execution. I'm going to give you a better insight on what you can expect and a massive difference to what you have been used to with EA Sports games as in Madden and College Football. Also, I will cover on tips and tricks to give you a better understanding on what gameplay mechanic features that would be a big change for you to adapt to, as well about Community League that we are cooking up. Now, the biggest night and day difference that you can expect is playing with other players as a team. Sure, College Football Madden had a team play modes, but it is nothing compared to what ESG Football has to offer. Think of it as an expansion to what team play is, but you're able to create players that is essential to how you prefer to make based off a specific position that you're comfortable at as well that fits the team needs. Unlike with EA Sports team play, where you will have a set positions to control multiple players from or a specific group. With that being said, you also have to depend on communication for adjustments as well depend on your teammates, user skills, as well for them to play their assignments and roles correctly. When you mess up, don't take accountability. It will show with remarks from your teammates of feedback to your mistakes. A ton of players can't accept that aspect of either disrespect or helpful tips to get better or to adjust on what they need to do next time out. I have seen a ton of players throughout the beta experience based off the fact that they think they know it all or have terrible skills or poor communication, and it shows when they get constructive criticism that they can't handle feedback on their mistake as well to improve from it. The closest comparison is just like players that can't handle a loss in a dynasty or franchise league and they end up quitting. Now, when it comes to player builds, you will not see no copycat build at all. Reasons for it is because there is no true dominant build that can single-handedly dominate and take over a match by itself. The only way you can see someone dominate as an individual is only if your team does their part to make you stand out. Without team execution, there is no standout player. Also, with your player build is based off your skill, as in being comfortable with how you made it to your liking and how you play. So sure, you can have a speedster wide receiver, but you are able to also route someone up or being able to make a catch in stride. Or even if you are locked down corner in man coverage, you can stick with the receiver and be able to jump cut routes and all because you mastered the controls. But with that, are you also able to tackle? Do you have a chance to make a play on jump balls? Each build that you make will have a pro and con to everything. Reason for it is that each rating has a key factor, and depending on your style of play, weight, and height will play a key role in how effective you are in certain areas. Because of this, it creates a variety of ways players will go about their builds, and you will not see the same build at all. So this means that there is no such thing as a meta build. Sure, you can try to copy someone's build, but how are you going to be able to play as it? Let's say you've seen a running back who is super fast and 50 and you want to play just like him. You go and copy his build, then you go to test it, and come to find out that you are not as good as that person, especially when it comes to doing the moves and controlling. Another factor is not being comfortable playing at that position, so it all comes down to your own comfortable way to play based off of your user skills and football instincts. Like in this game, the number one toughest position to play is hands down the QB spot. Seeing a ton of players try it and then say it's not for me, it's too difficult, it's not their play style. Then you have some that just get frustrated because how players don't listen and or do their own things, which once again, it comes down to teamwork. This game is a big learning curve, not just from learning controls and the feel of it, but from multiple aspects to what a ton of players are just not simply used to or wanting to adapt to. One of them that I know for a fact that a ton of people won't like is, of course, communicating. In Madden College Football, players tend to do what they want and or depend on having assistance with help from the CPU. ESG Football is all dependent on you as a individual and the trust that you got to have towards your teammates. Now, when it comes to user skills, you will have nothing that is like College Football and Madden. When you go to tackle, you will not be suctioned or steered towards the ball carrier to make a tackle. If you don't break down and slow down to make a tackle, then you would clearly miss. I still see this to this day in the beta of players still playing it like Madden. They just hold turbo and expect assistance. When they do that, they just end up flying by the ball carrier. Same thing goes for catching. It's not like Madden where you get suction and scripted for a catch reaction. It's all based off timing, positioning, and your build. If you don't have height to make a jump ball catch with skill sets of skyscraper and a high rating to jump, then don't expect to be able to head top someone. Like I said, this game is very detailed in every aspect from build type, playstyle, ratings, and much more. This is what truly separates a simulation and experience from Madden College Football that has never been done. ESG Football has created such an experience that not only comes down to top level competition that is very heavily focused on, but it also has that fun, addicting experience that would keep you reeled in. It's not like Madden and college football where you would play it for a week or month and just get tired or bored of it. ESG Football has a countless way to appreciate its approach. It simply has a true addiction feeling where you will continue to play regardless of winning or losing. That is how good a game is going to be when it drops for you guys to experience. Like even going through current issues in the closed beta, the game has kept me hooked through it all, from just testing and giving feedback. So the fact that I'm able to withstand issues to get it better says something about the game overall. Compared to Madden College Football with its new issues and legacy issues that lingers, it gets to a unplayable stage. ESG Football is still playable even with the bugs it has, which of course you guys won't experience it when it drops, but it's the fact that I can still have enjoyment playing through it, unlike with EA Sports games. Now, of course, I can't show actual gameplay just yet, but I have done my best to cover a specific gameplay feature that is game changing, which I still can't talk too much of, or other things, or give out too much details about the game until it drops. But I can still give you guys some helpful tips that will help you on day one of release. Up first is blocking. At the moment, there's not too much to it, but having blocking ratings will help perform blocks more effectively, which is obvious. And if you don't have too much blocking, of course, you're not going to be able to block. But the thing about it is that it comes down to the strategic play of it. So you can pancake and cut block, but I wouldn't recommend to do it every play. I would do it on key downs, short yardage type of deal. If you try to do it every play, then your stamina would take a huge hit and you're going to cost your team on easy block shed moments. It's kind of like the wear and tear system in college football, but in ESG football, the stamina does take hits depending on what you end up performing as well. Taking hits, you may be able to run the ball like twice before your running back says, "Oh, don't hand me the ball because I can fumble because my stamina is still trying to reach during the next play or so. So he needs time off from getting the ball so his stamina can boost back up." A big help to getting a effective block is calling out who you are taking. For defensive linemen, block shedding, you have to study the control moves and choose the right moves to do based off guessing run or pass. The difference between knowing when to shed off of power moves, finesse moves, or engage to disengage takes a lot of skill, but makes it easier than just spamming to one move or to one side. As well, knowing your build from if you're better at one or the other in your matchup. Yes, I know there's a lot that goes into block shedding. That is how deep and detailed ESG football is. Up next is going hand in hand with one another, from carrying into having strip tackling. Ratings for both of these is a must, plus the size of your player. Let's say you're a big running back with high carrying. You're most likely going to be able to run over people compared to trying to fake them out. But as a defender, even if you're a DB, all you can do is go for a conservative tackle. You might not bring them down, but you will slow them up for, extra help to bring them down. I wouldn't recommend even trying to strip as a DB. Now, if you have tackling skill sets and backbreaker skill set, you're better off being able to make a tackle and stripping the ball. These type of players are typically linebackers and linemen. But if you're a linebacker going up against a small, shifty, fast running back, then I recommend to go for a strip because you're more likely to cause a fumble. The one feature that Madden College Football has that no one uses or that it's pointless to even have in the game is the cover the ball mechanic. Now in ESG football, they emphasize on it because it does help when you have low carrying rating. You may still fumble if you branch off a few tackles, but using that feature will help you more from risking a turnover. Now, with tackling, getting used to the strafe to break down will help guarantee you for a tackle. If you don't, then you will pretty much get blown by or run past the ball carrier. Now, speed strafing as a defensive player helps you out when covering route running receivers. If you just try to hold turbo, you will get cooked because how the cutting is in this game. It's not like Madden where you can turbo and turn on a dime. Now, for running the ball or cutting with the receiver, it is best to do it when not holding turbo. That's right. Knowing when to hold turbo and not is the biggest game changer to making cuts and moves. As a ball carrier, when making moves, you don't hold turbo. Like I said, this game isn't like Madden where you can hold turbo and make a move at the same time. This game is a learning curve for sure. There is much more for tips, but these are the major ones to get used to for sure when the game drops. Up next, I will cover on the league that the community is testing. So this is basically a competitive league that we are used to seeing with franchise leagues on Madden and dynasty leagues on college football, but it is on a detailed high competitive level like never before. Let me give you guys some preview of the team that I'm associated with and what we are cooking so far. So these are just teammate cover arts, possible skins, and possible team jerseys that may be coming into the game later on once it drops. So these are interesting things that can be possible for the game. Now, we ran one season so far just getting things tested out. My team ended up going to the championship in season 1 and we actually won that. Now, of course, it's not counted because we are just testing and getting the rules and stuff situated for the league, but the competition is just like the tournaments that we have been doing so far. Now, this is a community thing that is being done separate from the traditional ESG football tournaments. Now, once this game drops, I will be able to show and speak more of it, but it is just something that we are looking forward to showcase to you guys once the game drops. And you guys can be part of it. Also, it is a place where you can compete for money, so it'd be worth getting into. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Until next time, I'll see you guys all on the next one. I am out. Peace.